Boy, you know what? When a nigga wants to try to tear you down, a nigga don't never want to stop, do they? No wonder black people have so many issues with one another. These crabs in a barrel. So I got black people, go figure, once again, live, lying on me, very mentally ill. First of all, I don't do spiritual work for people that have obvious mental problems like that. Okay. Especially when you're the type of person that has like this issue to where you can't formulate a um you can't formulate and make up your own mind and your own opinion. You know, when you're the type of person that allows someone else to create your opinion, I don't deal with people like that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. All of my consultations are paid. I don't I don't do consultations publicly. Okay. I just so happen when it comes to Brandy, I just so happen to be watching her sister and listening to their story and seeing her get gang stalked. But you know what? It makes sense. A lot of the people that actually joined the gang stalkers are somewhat mentally slow or mentally challenged. And I'm convinced that Brandy is mentally challenged. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, that live stream that I did where I had Brandy on here, it's still up. You can go and look at it. Not once have I spoken to Brandy behind the scenes about witchcraft. Not once have I done that. I've never consulted with her, ever. I just so happened to talk to her randomly on my panel, and she told me about this evil lady in Louisiana. And I felt like, especially since the chick worked through the foster care system, I felt like she needed to be binded, especially being that Brandy bought her fat ass over here to my channel. Okay, Brandy bought her ass over to me with all that damn baggage and that old crazy lady stalking her. So I just did a binding on her um complimentary because I knew that that lady was watching. And by the way, guys, just FYI, Mike can go live 24,000 hours a day. That whole sector can go live 24,000 a day. They can all have dookie eating rituals. They can do 24-hour per day rituals. It's not going to make a difference. My clients are still going to come to me and I'm still going to be fine. I'm still going to have my man. My family is going to be safe. Them sitting up here thirstfully stalking in social media does not make a difference in my life. I don't care how many lies that Mike tells, it has never mattered. I've been in business for well over 10 years now, and nothing that these crabs in a barrel have done has stopped that. Nothing. Which is why I still don't get it. I still don't get it. In fact, Mike got mad a few years ago because he found out that that I still have a business, because Mike thought that I was gonna totally depend on him for rent money. He literally thought that I was dumb enough to depend on him to take care of me. So basically what Mike was planning on doing was flip juicing on me, pretty much is what they call it in that sector. He was planning on pretending that he gave a damn, but then flipping on me and putting me in a bad situation is what he was planning on doing anyway, because he's a loser. But why would Brandy sit there and lie? Now, I ain't never talked to that girl about her paying me for no spell work. I know that girl ain't got no money. Let me tell you my clients, okay? I have clients that are on disability. Yes, I do. And those are actually uh some of my most loyal clients. My clients are not in that black sector. I don't have black sector clients. I don't go to the black sector looking for clientele for my business. Okay. But my clients mostly are working professionals, people with very good jobs and good businesses. People with accredited jobs and businesses come to me. You know why they come to me? Mainly, they're dealing with adversaries who practice voodoo, hoodoo, and are targeting them. My clients come to me to deal with people like that black sector. Go figure. Yeah. I've had clients before that had, I remember in particular this one client. She's a woman, a black female. She threw her baby daddy out of the house, right? First of all, he was a black dude. Not saying this is what all black men do, because all black men do not do this. She ended up having to break up with her baby daddy because he was being abusive, right? He was threatening her and the kids, right? He ended up going to jail because he was violent and had been violent with her. That's why she had to throw him out. So he ended up going to jail for violating a restraining order. And he's still in there. He's still in there. Okay. Thank the gods. But he had been having his family call up to my client's job. My client has and still has a good job. Do you know that my client still has her job? Because this dude was calling up to her job. He was calling, and until he went to jail, he started having his ghetto ass family call up to this lady's job to try to get her fired. That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. My client still has her job, the same job. You know why? Because she came to me. Basically, that these people can do what they do, right? Because we know that that black sector has a thing about calling up to people's jobs. We've seen them do that. My client still has her job. In fact, that client, during like holidays and stuff, she sends me bonuses and tips to show her appreciation for the fact that I made it possible for her to keep her job. And trust me, they were calling up to her job, saying all kind of horrible, disgusting stuff, harassing people at her job, threatening her job. My client not only kept her job but got promoted. Okay, because of my spiritual work. Now, in a normal situation, I don't know if y'all remember when they were calling up to Tiffany's job. Let's talk about Tiffany. Let's not talk about the fantasy folly crap that Mike is talking about, because none of that is true. That is something that he made up because Mike is a lying DL ugly monkey who wanted to get my attention and tried to sabotage me years ago. So Tiffany ended up having them call up to her job, right? Tiffany tried to pay them off. Tiffany Chrisman was trying to give them donations to not harass her on her job. Well, guess what? Tiffany lost that job, actually. For like probably about a year, Tiffany had to stay with her sister until she could find another job because of that sector. This is something that people don't know about, because again, the people in that sector are mentally ill and mentally challenged, and they whatever it is that they make up in their mentally ill sick minds is what reality is to them, right? while in the meantime, real shit is happening. Tiffany actually lost her job because of that sector, because they found out where Tiffany worked and they began to call and harass Tiffany. She actually lost her job, lost her place of residence. Tiffany actually ended up having to go and live with her sister, right? And that's the apartment complex. The one that Tiffany was murdered in is the apartment complex that she was working for at the time that she had gotten killed. What are you coughing for, little man? Something go down the wrong pipe. You need to bye bye. You need to bye bye, don't you? Tiffany ended up losing her job because of that sector. She had to go stay with her sister for a year until she got another one. Uh-huh. See, for me, I that sector can't never make me lose no goddamn money. They can't do nothing. They can desire to sabotage. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. So my clients are working professionals. My clients are not gang stalkers. My clients don't hang out with known gang stalkers. They're not doing that. My clients are responsible adults who either have to work, or I've got military clients. I've got clients that that do get a check. Yeah. But my clients, I've never asked Brandy to pay me a dime for anything. I told her simply that other work would need to be done to remove all of that stuff from her, especially that thing that's making her blink her eyes like that. But I never offered her work. I know Brandy don't have no money to pay me. And I wouldn't, being that Brandy has been around that sector, I would never, ever, ever accept Brandy as a client, ever. So there was never any conversation about Brandy being a client. I've never consulted with Brandy behind the scenes or nothing. I don't talk to Brandy behind the scenes at all. At all. So she sat up there and lied on me. No, what I said to you was other work would need to be done, like healing and reversals, and she's fucked up because Brandy supposedly got abused as a child, but yet now as an adult, she's hanging around with a bunch of abusers. She's on there talking to Mike as if he's some kind of upstand guy after seeing all of the disgusting things that Mike has done trying to stalk children. Mike has stalked children on this website. Mike has threatened to pee in a 5-year old's mouth before. Brandy can't make up in her mind or have enough good sense to know you're talking to the pedophile. You're literally talking to the pedophile that is trying to scapegoat on innocent people. Right? What an idiot. So, Brandy, again, don't come back to my channel. Listen. I'm glad that I was able to bind that evil lady that you were dealing with and hex her. But other than that, that's my only interest, girl. I know you ain't got you. You were. I've never asked you to be no client. My clients don't pay me in cigarettes. What the hell? My clients pay me thousands of dollars to get the work that I offer. It doesn't matter about you goofy ass people. Listen, you people can be as goofy as you want, stupid as you want. Mike can be a stupid, goofy dookie eater, and I'm still going to get clients. It doesn't matter. Y'all don't have anything to do with my business or what I do for a living. I just heard what Brandy was saying about her foster mother, and my spirits don't like child abusers that are working within the system. They don't like that. They don't like that. And clearly Brandy's foster mother is very corrupt. So she was binded and hexed. Let me ask you a question. You think that me and my spirits are afraid of corrupt people within the system? We bring down corrupt people that are in the system because they shouldn't be working in the system. Now, I'm not going to get on the years and years and years. I've spoken about this of how somebody in the system was after Jacob. Notice how Jacob has never been removed from my care and he has remained safe. Notice that? I'm not saying that the entire system is corrupt, but I'm saying that corrupt people work within that system. The whole time that I was in Georgia, they kept back to back doing these false CPS claims. You think that my child would have ever got touched? See, the thing of it is that Brandy is an example of somebody that was destroyed by the system. Not only was her mama a nutcase, but then she went into the system and her foster mother was unfortunately abusive to her. And that's sad. That's really sad. I'm sorry that that happened to her. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Um, as an adult, you've got to stop acting like a stupid child. You get somebody like me, girl, let me tell you something. Corruption wishes that it could see me. That's what that sector was trying to do to my oldest son. I'm sorry, my youngest son. They hated me so much and hated my son so much that they were trying to have my baby that I love very much. I love all my kids. They were trying to destroy my family with CPS. You think that my spirits and the gods would ever let a predator come near my kids? Not mine. Not mine. So not only that, when it comes to my clients, I protect their children. And I personally think that what Brandy is doing, I think that Brandy is subconsciously trying to deflect away from what that sector is saying about her and her children. And that is not the way to do it, Brandy, because I can promise you that you're dealing with somebody that is much stronger than all of those people in that sector put together. I think you're one of those people that judges based upon one against many. Well, you know that we got that sector outnumbered by a long shot, hun. You realize that these people had an entire. Yeah, and you got something to say, don't you? You got something to say, don't you, to the people? They leave my Grammy alone. Leave my Grammy alone. Mm-hmm. You gonna, yeah, you think Grammy? Yeah. No, you cannot put my hair in your mouth. No, no, no. You just want you just want to put everything in your mouth lately. Anyway, I'm babysitting again, so I gotta go. But Brandy, you this is not what you want, hon. Mike is simply using you as a decoy, which is not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. You realize that, and it ain't even about Mike being hurt. It's about Mike not being normal. Mike is a criminal. He's a criminal and he is stalking me, is what's happening. Can you imagine somebody that's claiming that they're being stalked by gang stalkers, but yet they're hanging around a stalker? And you've got to be kind of slow to be like upset about what Jimmy has to say to you about me. So, this is one of the reasons why, girl, listen, I let you come on my panel. I had a conversation with you. End of story. End of the story, girl. But I have never, girl, that ain't even how it works. I don't ambulance chase. You know what that is? That's when somebody that's a scammer. My clients contact me and they pay for a consultation. That's not how it works. I don't have people on my panel from the black sector and then that's my business. No, my clients contact me and pay me for a consultation, and we talk privately behind the scenes, not publicly. And I don't get paid in cigarettes. See what I'm saying? And see, and here's another thing throughout the years when they were doing CPS campaigns claiming that I was mentally ill, I would show them my invoices, my paid invoices from my clients. I would say, no, I run an accredited business. And I would show them the invoices from my clients. I can produce receipts of the money that I make, and it's way more than cigarette money. So, it's not my fault that whatever it is that these people are going through, whatever it is that destroyed their minds, has nothing to do with me and what I'm doing over here. All I know is that nobody has time for it. Nobody. Nobody has time for it. I don't have time for it. And by the way, before I go, because I gotta go, about to spend time with my grandbobby. And I gotta make him a bottle. Um, Listen, nobody cares about what the black sector is talking about to that capacity. Nobody believes in you people. Everybody knows that y'all are sick stalkers who have crab in a barrel mentality. Everybody knows me and everybody knows you. And no one cares about the lies and the bullshit that you people claim. No one cares. Everybody know. Like these people act like people don't know the black sector. Everybody knows about your black sector. The only people that are convinced are the unfortunate people like Brandy, but then again, it's made up of a bunch of trolls. Otherwise, no one cares. No one real that lives a real life cares about that black sector. What we do care about, though, is the smear campaigns that y'all have been trying to do to me, that of which, like, literally, y'all have been dropping like flies. Y'all been dropping dead like flies. Told you what your smear campaigns was gonna get you. What are you smiling at, Grammy? Did you feed the boo? Did the baby? I'm gonna put on Miss Rachel for you. I gotta go because I'm on baby duty. So I gotta go. Yeah, it's not my fault that Mike is unemployed, literally has no job skills, no life skills, no social skills, literally. But no, I wanted to come on here and say no, Brandy. Honey, I was not looking to you as a client. I get paid for the work that I do. I don't do charity work. Now, I did bind that lady only because my spirits don't like child abusers. Okay? That's why Mike is running around here looking like a half dead dog, because my spirits have destroyed Mike. They will continue to destroy Mike, and his health and his life will always and continuously be destroyed because my spirits don't like Mike. Mike has no power, hun. And but what you are going to find out, Brandy, is that your situation is getting ready to get worse. You know what I'm saying? And here's another thing. You think that you're going to be okay in that sector by trying to be cool with those people. It's not going to be okay. Those people are not good people. And when you came over here, you were, at least for a few minutes, talking to good people who are not crazy psychotic, right? You chose to go over there with, I don't like to use that word op, Mike is more so an unfortunate idiot, right? Mike has no power. Nothing that Mike is doing, he thinks he's being smart. Nothing that Mike is doing makes a difference. I know the fate of Michael Moore. I know his fate. I know the fate of the people that run around him. I know their fate, right? So, but no, I was never, he's lying. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. What my spirits want you to know is that it's not going to take until tomorrow. It's not going to take until the next day. It's not going to take 6 years or 6 months. The fact that Mike is sitting over there trying to speak and lie on my business means that you getting ready to get some fuck shit happen to you today. Today. Because we all know when we were watching that live stream with me and Brandy that I was just being nice and social. That had nothing to do with my business. Okay, I almost took Brandy's I did that binding on her just out of complimentary, just you know what I'm saying, just kind of like a little friendship level. But other than that, that don't have nothing to do with my business, monkey. And you're jealous because what do you do for a living? You eat dookie. You eat dookie for a living and rob people because you have absolutely no life skills. You have no job record. You have not accomplished anything in your life. And you're jealous of anybody that has any success. And guess what? You're also mad because I don't know why you thought that $400,000, which was basically all you had, was going to last you for a goddamn lifetime. That may have lasted somebody else that had intelligence. You didn't have enough intelligence to actually invest. You claimed that I robbed you. No, actually, you were trying to trap me. I did not rob you. So again, a liar. You know what I'm saying? It's not nobody's fault that you don't know how to manage your finances, Mike. It's not nobody's fault that you're a bum that has never had a damn job. But what I can assure you, Mike, is that you're not going to be a problem for me. What's up, Stefan? You ain't going to be a problem for me. Not ever. So, Mike knows nothing about my business. Mike does not know any of my clients. Mike doesn't know anything that I do. He knows nothing of what I do. And I don't for damn sure I don't do free consultations. And by the way, Brandy, you didn't feel better the next day because of a fucking medication from a doctor. You felt better the next day, you and your fucking sister, because I binded that lady. Now, ask yourself this fucking question, Brandy. Do I need credibility from you? No, I don't. I have testimonials from clients that I ain't even uploaded. Cause I don't have to. Everybody already knows me. And listen, I already have a name in the spiritual community. I already have a name. I don't need your validation, Brandy. But and you know what? We're gonna teach you a lesson on how to appreciate. Basically, when I did that binding on that lady, Brandy did feel better. And guess what? Since Mike is pretty much opposition, Mike is an evil fucking person. People like Mike don't want people like me out here helping people because he's a goddamn mind controlled dumbass zombie who thinks that he has power by doing dookie eating fucking voodoo rituals. He doesn't want me out here helping people. What the fuck? Who cares? Who cares? No one cares about what Mike is talking about. No one cares. Y'all do realize that during the time, those several years that they were calling CPS, you do realize that the CPS agents were asking me for spiritual advice as well. I had a couple of them just straight up ask me to help them with some healing. Who do you think I am? What do you think I'm like Mike? What do you think I'm a scourge on my community? No. People look to me for healing and help. Mike is jealous of that. He could never be that. You got some shrimp and french fries. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Stefan. I think I already told you happy Valentine's Day earlier. Yeah, my Valentine's Day started this morning, but I gotta go because I gotta babysit this baby. And then hopefully this man don't go home and go to sleep after he get off of work. Otherwise, I ain't gonna see him till Sunday. But I'm pretty sure he gonna pick me up tonight. So oh, that's another thing, Mike. You can come online all day. You and Lamar and Jimmy and all y'all can come online all day. I'm still gonna have a man. If you try to touch him, you gonna die. You try to touch my kids, you gonna die. You try to touch anybody in my life, and you're gonna die. That's a fact. Not my fucking fault. Try to go off half cocked. Try to do a goddamn shit eating voodoo ritual. That yeah, I know it's raining over here. It's been raining all morning. It's been raining since this morning, since like 5 o'clock this morning. Hmm. Doesn't matter what y'all do, it doesn't matter. And then if you try to attempt to do some voodoo or some spell work, that shit gonna backfire on you. Which is exact why do people like you not have your own identity? Why? Why do y'all come on here trying to compare yourself to people like me who are vetted? I was born to do what I do. And what you try to do is you try to do destructive stuff that you really don't have the power to do. You're writing checks that your ass can't cash, is what you're doing, is what we call that. And it doesn't matter if it's multiple people. It doesn't matter. All I got to look, my grandson pulling my hair. Look. See what I'm saying? That's all I got to do. What, you people don't have no power. That's so stupid. You just make yourself look stupid and dumb all day, every day. All day, every day. You're not in competition with me. And you're going to learn that you should have stopped being nosy watching somebody else's pockets. That girl ain't got no money to pay me. You think that I see that's the whole thing about it. I knew Brandy didn't have no money when she clicked my link. That don't matter. I'm not great. I wasn't trying to make you a client. In fact, the fact that you are in that black sector disqualifies you as a client. I wouldn't, Brandy. I'm gonna be honest with you. A case like you and your sister, that's gonna run you about 30, 40,000 dollars. I know you can't afford to pay that, honey. You realize that the problems that you have, the shit that your mama created because she didn't know what the fuck she was doing, she was dabbling, all that shit that you got going on, girl. Your case would cost you and run you about 30 to 40K. And I know you don't have that. So why would I fuck with I don't girl, I did a simple binding. That was it. And I did it because my spirits wanted to do it because we wanted to shoot down your goddamn fucking foster mother, and we did it. Okay. Now you on here lying saying that I said it was I've never consulted with you. What is this lady talking about? Me and you have not had a consultation. I gave you a little bit of free spiritual advice because you just so happen to be in the chat. And it's obvious you and your sister are under spiritual attack because your sister running around here talking about a satanic cult is stalking her. Otherwise, trust me, girl, I got plenty of clients. I'm not looking for you to be a client. And that monkey over there is obsessed. Let me tell y'all something about that monkey. That monkey is not going to just end up homeless. He's going to end up in the fucking hospital because he's trying to control my money. The monkey can't do that. He's never been able to do that. He's been trying to accomplish that for 10 fucking plus years. He can't do it. What the hell is wrong with him? And then the crazy part about it is that monkey is not even doing what he's doing because he's jealous and in love. I don't believe in that shit. I don't. He's doing what he's doing because that's what he was sent to do to begin with. And he'll always fail like he always has. If Mike had the power to fuck with my money, why would he give me several $1,000s? Think about it. Think in your fucking minds. This man is claiming that I took several $1,000s from him and left him. Who you putting your bets on? Who you putting your bets on? Somehow I got my worst enemy to give me several $1,000s, and y'all thinking that he got any power? He deserved it too for everything that he did. I'd have got more of him, more money out of him if I could have. Just because he deserved it. Mike deserves it. He deserves everything that happens to him. And he should have just went ahead and gave me that money and kept it motherfucking moving is what he should have did. Now he done fucked up. Now he done fucked up. He should have just left it like that. No, he want to keep going with it. Okay, keep going with it. You gonna fuck around and find out. Because he owed me money anyway. He should have gave me that money. That doesn't mean that he was buying me. I'm not for sale. The fuck? It's obvious that I cost more than several $1,000s. What the fuck? I'm supposed to live off of $7,000 for the rest of my goddamn life? Get the hell out of here. Okay. Yeah. So that's just what that is. Okay. All right. But I gotta go. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe this chick is over there lying on me. I have every correspondence on email from Brandy. Not once did I say, "Hey girl, I want to sell you some spiritual." I don't even work that way. My clients come to me and ask me for spiritual work. And they're not specific about it. I tell them what they need and we negotiate a payment. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. But that's just what that. Let me get to this. Let me get to this little man. Oh, you got your little suspenders on today, baby. You look so cute. I wish I could show you to my audience, but there's some crazy people out there. So we're not gonna show you because you just handsome, ain't you, my little Aries? They agree me, baby. I gotta go, y'all. I'll see y'all later.